She is a skydiver, she is a comedian, she is a fucking entrepreneur. Give it up for Erica Lederman! Make some noise! All right, hey guys. How's your night going so far? So I'm turning 40 next month. Thank you. So that means my body has reached the point where it started showing signs of physical decay. I noticed that I had a single gray eyebrow hair. So of course I was horrified and I plucked it out. And like 3 days later it came back already. I just kept plucking it out and it kept coming back until I finally realized I have more than one gray eyebrow hair. They just kept trading places like Mary-Kate and Ashley on Full House. I didn't even realize there was two of them until I saw them together. And I was like, oh wow, look at that. One's a little cuter than the other. I'm not a very political person, and I know that's kind of a privileged position to have. You know, it's easy not to care when you think things don't affect you. But it's like that old poem. First they came for the socialists, and I said nothing because I'm not a socialist. And then they came for the trade unions, and I said nothing because I'm not a unionist. And then they came for my lawn guy, and I was like, hey, wait a minute. Like, do you know how hard it is to find good help around here? Leave Jorge alone. It's fine. I think we're gonna see a trend of single female homeowners sponsoring green cards. Like, I'm a strong, independent woman. I don't need a man, except the man who mows my lawn. Did you guys know there are actually twice as many single women than single men buying houses in the United States right now? And it's true. Yeah, it's true. It's terrible news for single men, but it's great news for contractors. My thermostat wasn't working. I paid a guy $80 to come out and look at it. All he did was change the batteries. Then my sprinkler pump wasn't working. Jorge just kicked it really hard and somehow that worked. But the final straw was when I had a problem with my indoor pool, and the pool guy just said, ma'am, how long has this toilet been overflowing? But I do try to be handy around the house, I really do. I use a lot of glue. If the bottle says all-purpose glue, I will use it for all purposes. Like the towel rack in the bathroom is a little wobbly. I don't need a screwdriver, I can just use glue. Or if there's a hole in the couch, I don't need to know how to sew, I can just use glue. I bring a guy home and I run out of lube, I just use glue. Oh. I'm not afraid of commitment. I really hate going to the doctor. You know, Shannon was talking about doctors a little earlier. I have this theory that all doctors are just sadists who ask you to do a series of impossible tasks. Like at the eye doctor when they say don't blink right before flashing the world's brightest light directly into your eyeball. Or at the dentist when they say don't swallow as they're filling your mouth with water. And I have no medical training, but I'm pretty sure blinking and swallowing are involuntary. The worst is when the gynecologist tells you not to come. I'm not a superhero, I can't. Very stressful, yeah. The dentist in particular is very stressful for me. My dentist keeps telling me I need to get a night guard because I grind my teeth at night. I was like, well, what happens if I don't get a night guard? And he said, eventually your tooth will fall out. I have to give you an implant. I was like, well, this is Florida. Who doesn't have an implant too? The only doctor who's kind of fun to go to is the medical marijuana doctor. Yeah, got a couple fans. Yeah, the medical marijuana doctor, he just asks you a bunch of questions that have no right or wrong answers. The last time I went, he asked if I had high or low blood pressure. I was like, oh, I don't know, is that important? Should we check? He's like, nah, we don't do that here. I'll just leave that as high. I'm not currently in therapy. Do we have anyone here in therapy?
Yeah,
It's Boca, of course. There's got to be a couple of you. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not currently in therapy. A lot of my friends say I probably should be. Have you ever noticed it's always your most fucked up train wreck friends who push therapy on you the hardest? Like, I love my therapist. I've been seeing her for years. I'll get you a referral. Like, no, thank you. That's not a willing endorsement. Getting a therapist recommendation from your train wreck of a friend would be like getting a nutritionist recommendation from Steve Jobs. But I was in therapy for a very long time. I tried a lot of different types of therapy. I tried CBT, ACT, EMDR, but it wasn't until I found THC, LSD, and MDMA that things turned around. I'm doing well now, I'm doing well. But I actually am celebrating a sobriety milestone today, though. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. It's been 1 month since my last fuckboy. And I have to say, I'm actually a little jealous of fuckboys. You know, they're such simple creatures. I was laying in bed next to this guy once, and I asked him every man's favorite question. What are you thinking about? And all he said was, waves. I'm laying there stressing about 100 different things at once. You know, what color should I paint my house? How do I help care for my aging parents? Is a hot dog a sandwich? This man's brain is just a Windows screensaver. And you have to admit, fuckboys actually serve a really important function in society. They really do. You know how your phone has that SOS feature where if you hit the button 5 times, it calls 911 for you? I think your vibrator needs the same function, but instead of 911, it calls an emergency fuckboy service. Hello, ma'am. We just received notice this vibrator has been used 5 times today. Is there an emergency? Oh, you're 37, single, and ovulating? Okay, yeah, that's an emergency. Just hang tight. We've got a bald skateboarder with stick and coke tattoos. Help us on. Who do we have to petition to get USB-C chargers on our vibrators, by the way? Ladies, you know what I'm talking about. Vibrators usually have one of 2 types of chargers. There's that really tiny pointy one that you have to penetrate into your vibrator, like a USB micro D. And some of them have that like magnetic clitoris, where if you hit the table, it just falls right off, like it has electrical dysfunction. And vibrators, no matter what brand you buy, they all have those same weird settings. You know, they all have bzz, 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 bzz. Or bzz, bzz, bzz. And nobody's using any of those weird settings, right? There's only one setting that any vibrator needs, which is usually the 3rd setting. Turn the vibrator on. That's the only one you need. Sometimes you hit the button by accident, you get bzz, 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 bzz. So you gotta keep hitting the button to get back to the good one, like you're scrolling through daytime television, looking for Judge Judy. You keep passing all these soap operas. You're like, who is watching these? These are terrible. Just give me Judge Judy. That's all I want. All right, guys, you have been a fantastic audience. We have a wonderful night of comedy ahead of you. So give it up.